Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, credit goes to the Pakistan Tourism Development Corporation for organizing this symposium and event, where all stakeholders of the industry have gathered together to brainstorm and devise a future strategy for tourism and hospitality sector development in Pakistan. So a lot of discussion have been undertaken in the last day and now. So in terms of Punjab, basically since a very limited time slot has been allocated, so it would not be possible to go into greater details, but once we present a certain item, of course the allied details are available with us. Any of the potential investors can contact us in due course. So the sequence of my presentation is that since we do have an international audience as well, so we will start with a brief documentary and followed by a brief presentation. So the documentary about the province of Punjab first, showcasing its diversity. Please. These are the brief statistics which were presented yesterday also, that in terms of the overall contribution of the tourism sector to GDP, around 5.9%. And if you see on this slide, the majority of spending are from the domestic tourism, but over a period of time from 2019 to 2023, as there was a huge dip after COVID, but the tourism industry is again picking up, and this is not the realistic potential of the sector itself. It is basically only a small portion which is being tapped. But gradually, in terms of the compound annual growth rate, the tourism sector is taking time now to improve and grow. Next. So in terms of Punjab, Punjab is of course a land of diversity. There are religious tourism options in terms of the Sikhism, Buddhism and Hinduism, as the major heritage sites are located in Punjab, and what we call as there are two different Sikh trails, three major gurdwaras in the vicinity of Islamabad to Hasanabad, and then 7 others spread over other areas of Punjab, and that includes the Golden Quadrangle, which includes of course the Kartarpur, the Yamnabad, Nankana Sahib, and this is an area which Punjab government is intending to tap, that in terms of Sikh and religious tourism, this is the ones, and also other, for Buddhism and Hinduism, there are important sites for which the Punjab government is planning to have a complete area and site development plan, so we are able to tap the realistic potential of religious tourism. Then in terms of the adventure tourism, of course, on the extreme north, we have the hilly areas like Galyat and Murray, and in the south, we have desert. So over a period of time, Punjab government has been holding various rallies, especially in the desert, but recently we started a new initiative that in the river bed of Ravi this year, the motor car rally and a bike rally was held in the dry bed of the river. So we're trying to explore new avenues, that how many new areas could be added to organize events as it was depicted here, that in tourism, primarily the organization of events and event management is the tool which we can attract tourism. Then in terms of cultural tourism in Lahore, there are a lot of sites of the Mughal era like Shalimar Garden, Badshahi Mosque, Lahore Fort. These are the 3 major attractions that in other parts of the province like Rohtas Fort, like Draward. So this is a huge diversity spread in the different regions of the province, which is available not only for investment but to attract the tourists as well. Then ecotourism and hill station and natural reserves. Historically, what has been happening in the public sector, our primary emphasis was building infrastructure, developing rest houses. So that is not basically a modern instrument of sustainable and ecotourism. But now the Punjab government is trying to have a proper tourist plan, called as destination tourist plan, so that is, we minimize the infrastructure and develop and promote the tools which are eco-friendly and they are aligned with the overall nature and environment. Next. So these are basically the stakeholders. Unfortunately, on this only the public sector departments and stakeholders are, but to my view, the private sector is the major stakeholders and the tourist, because the overall, you can't complete the tourism and hospitality sector without including those stakeholders. Next. So in terms of the tourism zones, the Punjab government got prepared a spatial strategy, which is basically a 25-year plan, primarily of urban development. But in that in spatial strategy, the zoning has also been done, that in a particular area, what are the potential avenues of promoting tourism. So in this case, the Punjab has divided into 5 different zones. 3, the traditional zones in terms of our geography, like northern zone, the Spindi and the adjacent hilly areas. Then Lahore, basically the central zone. Then is the southern zone, and especially 2 more areas. One is the Fort Monroe, which we believe that towards south, historically, the focus has only to the Bahawalpur and the former princely state. But as the Fort Monroe is also an adjoining area as a gateway to Balochistan, so this area is also a huge potential, and Punjab government is embarking upon a comprehensive program providing infrastructure, providing access, promoting the tourism which are aligned to the overall topography of that area. Then Soon Valley, in this area, there are a number of lakes. So in terms of the isolated lake plans, there is also an area development plan which includes, in this case, in the first instance, the access to those sites has been improved, and now the different allied facilities are being offered for investment. Next. So basically also, this is a scorecard of the different cities of Punjab in terms of the tourist attractions and intake. As you look, starting from Lahore, ideally since Lahore being a major city, being capital, having diverse tourist attractions, it is on the top, followed by Bahawalpur and other cities of Punjab. This ranking is done just to depict that how the tourist attractions to different cities of Punjab. Next. So, to begin with, the government of Punjab, before offering isolated opportunities to the tourists, we initiated a program for developing destination investment management plans, which includes, of course, the infrastructure, the tourist amenities, how the people are to be transported there, what are the key attractions there, how to plan, are there opportunities for investment by the public sector, or we can rope in the investment from private sector. So these, to begin with, 5 destination investment plans are available with the government of Punjab. So this is basically a good starting point, that it captures the entire diversity of a particular area and then offers special avenues of investment rather than presenting the isolated opportunities. Next. So it was based on the stakeholders' consultation, drawing the different people from the industry. For example, the people who are in hotel business, who are travel agents, then the people, the household, because you need to have the intention of the tourist as well, that what is the particular kind of recreation or a tourism the people are going. Because most of the times we have seen that when a particular tourist area is in the close vicinity to a particular urban center, we keep on building rest houses, but if the destination is around 1 hour and 30 minutes, people would go and come back. So that is why this was also a perception survey, which of course gave an insight from the tourist perspective that what in a particular area they desire. For example, I think this is the first warning, as we call as a whistleblower. So this is the first warning, as I will take also the opportunity as others did, because at least there were 4 or 5 minutes continuation of the first warning. So I am entitled to do so. Next. So this is basically to have it a representative survey. We initiated this exercise involving all stakeholders. So whatever input we get, It is basically an evidence-based survey. So this was a depiction that how these surveys were conducted. Next. So now in North, Central and South zone, I will enlist few of the key opportunities and then go into details if the time allows. Next. So this is basically a composition of the northern zone, that what it includes. Of course, the Kotli Satiya. We haven't mapped the entire area. These are basically the area-specific interventions and the opportunities on offer which have been listed here. So in terms of Kotli Satiya, as we all know, yesterday there was a very good comment of one of our key experts that we don't realize that what is the carrying capacity of a particular destination. In a very short span of time, there is a huge influx of tourists, and rather than creating the recreation opportunities, we move toward destruction of that site. So we are fully cognizant of the fact that while offering any area for tourist investment, we need to preserve the nature as well. So in futuristically, what we are planning is that whosoever is intending to make an investment, they will have a holistic investment plan which caters to all dimensions of a particular tourist site. So in terms of Kotli Satiya, we believe that this area has a huge potential for alternate tourist destination. But again, first, access roads, infrastructure, how the people could reach there, and certain other sensitivities attached to the area. Then in case of Murray, though one cable car is also there from Patriata, but we have identified a separate site with a feasibility study for investment. Then Atak Riverfront Tourist Resort, Bhogtaliya, Aqua Adventure Park, Rohtas Fort. This is only a small depiction of few of the areas. Otherwise, we do have a comprehensive plan on which some of the work has already been done, and we are upscaling the work to offer a complete package around the Rohtas Fort, because it's one of the world-declared heritage sites. Then Dharavi Lake, and there are three lakes in the vicinity of Son Valley. So we are also trying to develop an area development plan which includes a complete adventure package. So whatever tourist goes to a particular destination enjoys the complete diversity of a particular area. Next. Then Central Zone, Lahore. Next. Southern Zone list. Next. This is basically only a summary. Now we are going to the specifics. So I think if the summary is enough, we can skip the specifics and we can discuss in question answer session. Whatever is the appetite, whatever is the mood, we are open to that.
My name is Paragliding. I am the Managing Director for Sindh Tourism Development Corporation, working under the Ministry of Culture, Tourism, Antiquities and Archives Department. First of all, thank you very much for me arranging with such a marvelous symposium, giving all promises an opportunity to explain the tourism potential of their respective provinces and also present the tourism potential and the investment potential in the respective provinces. Taking this opportunity, I would like to present the tourism potential first about the Sindh, trying to give more information, the knowledge about the product, and then later on, in the second phase, I will explain the tourism potential and the tourism investment potential in the province.